subscribe button, hit the notification bell, like and share this video, leave comments down below. We're getting started for another live morning show. Finally came up with a name. Show I've been asking different people and everything. It just didn't fit right. But now it hit me one morning. The name of the live morning show, we're gonna call it Take It to the Streets. Live morning show with your boy the DoorDash Revolution. So we are here this morning getting started. And we came up with I gotta show it to you because I took a screenshot of it. Then I gotta go in here and get this order too. Hold on, let's see. All right, let's try this. Have anybody start seeing this with this McDonald's order right here? That's the situation that DoorDash gave us a notification. So we got to go in here and make sure of that. I might take you guys inside. I don't know. I'm still contemplating that. All right, let me go ahead and get all of that. I just might bring you guys in. They be acting so weird sometimes. But we want to say good morning to all our viewers. And apologize for the last live. I didn't get a chance to. There's two people I think I didn't address in the live because I didn't get a chance to see them. I thought I addressed Ghost, but I think I didn't get a chance to address Tasha Green that came on the live, and we apologize for that. I'm gonna bring you guys on the inside with me as I go get this order, hoping I can go inside. You know I can flip the screen anytime I want to. Let's see. Can I go in? See the doors open. Go through the drive-through. Hey, how you doing today? How you doing this morning? How you doing today?
Doing great. Are you looking for the
Hold on, let's see.
DoorDash?
Yes, ma'am.
What number?
I'm trying to pull it up now. Oh, look, they got me. Got it. The number gonna be 270.
270?
Yes, 270. That's correct. What's up, Chief? How everything going? How you doing? Just fine. I thought you might have been a dash. You are? How long you been doing it? Mm-hmm. 2018. Oh man, I've been doing this thing since 2017. All gig gaps and everything. Been on DoorDash platform about 2.5 years. Grubhub, Uber Eats, and all of that. All that. So you're a top dash? How's that working for you? They still waiting on the order. I'm gonna be here for a minute. Come on this side so she can check you in. Check in. stand over here. 207. Yeah, they had remodeled, did some remodeling in this McDonald's here. Look pretty good, don't it? That's me. That's 270. All right.
Can you confirm your number, please?
Yes, I will.
E29. Okay.
All right, confirming the number. All right.
It's only one item, right?
Confirm again.
Only one item.
All right. All right. Have a nice day. All right. I'm kind of moving a little too fast. I probably should have slowed that down. Ladies and gentlemen. But yep. Put you guys back in the vehicle. You got a chance to see us confirm the order as they asked. I had already checked the items when I was talking to her about it. It's sealed, so there ain't no way of putting it in after they seal it. All right, here we are. Gotta make a phone call this morning. Put some sanitizer on. All right. Put some lotion on there because the alcohol will dry out your hands. Yeah, they remodeled that. Well, I'm not gonna say actually. Yeah, they remodeled it, gave it a facelift. It look a lot better than this location here. All right, let's go ahead and. You heard I was talking to another dasher. He noticed that I had him on camera. Good morning, Bohemian Monkey. How you doing, man? I hope you have a good day as well. What's the temperature in Lebanon, Tennessee? I think here. I'm gonna have to turn it on. Hold on. Yeah, Bohemian Monkey usually be the one that always first tap in. I appreciate you for it. We got 3 people in the chat line. Let's get them 3 thumbs up. 7 a.m., 49 degrees here in the Mid-South area. We're getting ready to go to our destination drop-off. Just 1.6 miles away. Small order that they consider the diamond order. I don't see anything diamond to it. Except for then they just want to get it fulfilled. Peak pay in this area is $1.50. Peak pay in GC $2. It's just about grayed out over there. That's the reason why I don't chase the peak pays. And then a lot of drivers, to be honest with you, really do not know how to properly use these gig apps. 45 in Lebanon still feel good to me. Yeah, it feels good, man. If it had been 79 or 89 degrees, I'd have been kind of worried, because usually when it's that hot this early, we get all them crazy storms coming through, and they're not any fun, as we just witnessed one that came through last week. And I was out in it too, trying to get home. It wasn't any fun. I'm gonna flip this screen around in a second. Here comes Stan acting weird. Really don't mind today showing my full footage back and forth because I'm in an area where I don't have to worry about a whole lot of drivers. It is drivers in this area, but I don't have to worry about a whole lot of that. nonsense that normally goes on when the area is overpopulated or oversaturated. Plus, I'm getting the ratings up as well, you know. And I'm gonna show that in a few minutes. I got to get in touch with Howard. He called me this morning. He supposed to be out of town again, so we're gonna find out where he is today. Go ahead and get him called. I might be merging different drivers in. I don't know. I would like to try to get in touch with certain drivers so I can get them on the panel here. If not, I'll be able to have a special guest that'll be on the panel on YouTube Live. Give him a call right quick. All right. Let's see how's everything going. Yeah, I think he's an hour ahead of me. We'll find out in a few seconds. All right. I need to check the chat line too when I get a chance. That's what I want to apologize for because I didn't check the chat line like I normally do. How you get that? We on live, brother. How you doing? How you doing? All right. All right, all right. Sound stressed out. You okay? Yeah. I'm driving. Good morning, Carbon. How you doing? Glad to see you this morning. Join us on the live morning show this morning. You made it down there yet? No. Oh, okay. So you still in the city limits? No, I ain't no city limits. I got another hour and a half to go. Oh, okay. Okay. Might go back live later on today if you choose to compare different markets and see how everything's going. John in Atlanta, is that correct? Yeah. Okay, and where you gonna be today? Jackson, Mississippi. Okay. Yeah. So hopefully, man, we'll get together later on and we get this lane here. We'll just see what's similar in each market and what's different in each market, and we'll be able to talk about it in our ride along. Came up with a name for the channel, man, for these ride alongs. Take it to the streets. Live morning show. Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. or 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. I wasn't on yesterday. I just passed due to the fact that I had a awesome Sunday, and we're gonna talk to you, ladies and gentlemen, about it in a few minutes. So, how was your night last night, Howard? I mean, it was all right. The customer requested you leave the order at their door. It's all right. They added the following instructions. Leave at my door. It wasn't spectacular, but it was all right. All right, with nothing to brag about. See, this is the money, man. He trying not to tell how much money he making. Go ahead, you can talk to him about your experience while I'm going to drop this order off right quick. Yeah, it was pretty decent. I mean, could be better. I'm still trying to figure out about the dash time versus the extra time, the dash time. And I don't know if I was getting all my orders basically on time, really didn't have to wait on none, and I still wound up 4 hour difference on the idle time, actual time versus dash time. And still trying to figure that out, because if I'm getting all my orders within a 5 to 10 minute span, it shouldn't be that big of a difference. Because most of them ready, I might have waited on one order, which was that Bob's Pizza. I think I might have waited about 30 minutes on that. And but I still don't understand why I'm 4 hours in the hole though. What you mean by 4 hours in the hole? What you talking about?
the actual time versus the dash time. I'm 4 hours in the home. And almost all my I had one bad order. I mean, not one bad order. I might have waited 30 minutes on one order, which is at Lost Pizza last night.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I was going in the restaurant, going right back at the door. So I really didn't have no wait time to the point where it could be 4 hours.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all this.
The only thing I can see was the travel time.
All right.
That's all I'm because 4 hours. If I'm waiting in Westwood, one order was like 30 minutes. Okay, so that's 3 hours 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So why is I got so much still idle time?
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Okay. What was your active time yesterday? What was
6 hours and 43 minutes, I think.
What was your idle time?
Dash time was let's see. Active time was 6 hours and 8 minutes. Dash time was 10 hours and 15 minutes.
Did you have a lot of wait time yesterday?
I made it wait one time 30 minutes.
But you gotta look at I don't know, something not right.
And I stayed basically in one area because I wasn't going no more. My longest order maybe been the farthest I went yesterday, maybe trying to think what was the farthest I went. Because I didn't go to all the breaks yesterday. I went a little bit in Cordova, just a little bit. Didn't go to East Memphis yesterday. Didn't go to Piperton yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't go to all the breaks. So where's all my time at?
I don't know, man. I can't answer that question.
As far as I went was 8 miles. As far as I went.
I don't know, man. I can't answer that question because
I think something wrong. I really think something wrong. I think they that time can't be that big. And then when I talked to John yesterday, he said he was out here. His active time was like 5 hours, I think, and 9 hours of time.
I don't know what to say on that there. Hey Freddie, how you doing today? Hello Carmen, how you doing? And Bohemian Monkey that tapped in first. We thank you guys for viewing the channel today. I don't know what to tell you on that one. That's a new one to me.
How bad yours off?
Mine's ain't off. Mine's not off, man. I don't know how to explain that one on yours, but mine's not off. Due to as long as your phone is one dash. Freddie was talking about. I can't explain that one. I had to actually see your stats to really see. You know, I don't think mine's was off at all. I probably was out, but you know how I do mine's though. I'm real religious on idle time and everything since I did a case study. See how many times you had your app on pause. That's the question.
Not that much because I ran the whole like last night. My last two I had 5 deliveries last night. I started at 6:41 to 8:42, which was an hour and 42 minutes of active time, 2 hour dash time.
All right, got a question to ask you. Not due to the pause. He says not due to the pause. Yes, it will be due to the pause too, Freddie. If you pause it, that time's still ticking, man. You may not be on a delivery per se, but that time still ticks on that clock. That's the reason why I'm asking him, because a lot of you drivers, put that pause feature on a whole lot. I know I already tried it and tested it. That's the reason why I can tell you guys so good. I did a year case study last year, and I'm still doing one this year. So this is not something that I did 2 days ago, 3 days, case study. I did one for the whole year on DoorDash. That's the reason why, I want to find out answers to certain questions, just like he's asking right now. We're going to have to do a case study to find out what was the reason his numbers are off like that. But a lot of drivers don't think that time be counting when you put it on pause. That's why they got a time on it. So if you're on pause, that's going to be dash time because you're still on the timer. So, I want drivers to be mindful of that. I know for a fact. I tried and tested it. What I do, I end my dash by being a top dasher, and I'm able to dash now, and I'm able to end now. That's the feature everybody been overlooking, that you can end now at any time. So why not use that feature? The end now at any time and stop pausing, because that way you don't have to worry about DoorDash unpausing you, giving you unwanted orders or blindfold orders. So that's an advantage for top dashers, to use and utilize. Then you can be able to analyze your market. You can be able to probe your zones, and you can identify where there's too many dashers in one zone versus not enough in another. You see. Good morning, Charles. How you doing this morning, brother? We thank you as always. You is our honorary moderator. I had inducted two moderators just recently, him and Tasha Green. And they bring positive vibe. They interact with everybody. Have a good positive conversation, and if they know something that other people don't know, they'll be able to put it out there as well. But we all, learning something today. That's the reason why my ride along is a lot different than a lot of other YouTube content creators. That's not knocking them at all. Everybody got their own style, how they do things. We all not the same. So everybody gonna have different creative ways of doing their videos. So what I do in mine is I want to be able to show details of interacting with merchants, customers, and sometimes having a hard time trying to go through gate codes and all of that. What you're gonna see is more detail of what we can relate to in our experience in a real ride along versus the short version of where you edit, you cut, you just show the numbers. We wanted to give you more value, more content than just show the numbers. Then also we interact with different drivers in our market, in other markets, different cities, different cities, and see what's similar, see what different, and get the realism of the real things that happen in real time, just like he's talking about right now. Idle time. He said that the difference was between the two is 4 hours of idle time, and he's want to know why is that. And so that's the reason why I'm asking him certain questions. That we can dot our I's, cross our T's, pause at our commas, stop our periods. Then he can go ahead and call driver support, see what they can tell him, which they probably not going to tell him too much of anything. But that's the reason why sometimes we have to try to figure out our own problems. And then once we're able to identify the problem, we can bring a solution for that problem. That's why I was asking him about the pause. How many times did he pause yesterday? Because that does reflect on your total time. That's what dash time is, your total time. Active time is as you picking up a delivery, dropping off a delivery. You pausing that feature is considered idle time, and it's added to your total time, which is dash time. So I hope people be mindful of that. You can test it out for yourself. You see that's correct. If you're a top dasher, you can use the dash now feature, and you can use the end now feature, which means you can dash at any time, you can end your dash at any time, and you don't have to schedule. You can get back on. But a lot of top dashers, they go ahead and schedule due to oversaturated market and all of that. I'm not going to go into a deeper dive in that, but drivers do that to make sure that they can maximize their earnings while they out here doing the time that they out here. I got to switch things right quick because I'm outside my zone. I just realized that I'm in now, and we're gonna try something else. See, right now I can just look at the different zones and see the 3 zones or 5 zones that I'm the nearest to. I can look at the activity and tell, just like right now. You see how it's grayed out all of a sudden over there in that area? That's why I left that area, ladies and gentlemen. Learn how to use that end now feature. That a lot of people not talking about. Dash now and end now. Learn how to use it. If you're not a top dash, you won't be able to use this feature. You feel what I'm saying? Then you have to cherry pick then. Well, I can't go in that zone because it's not going to let me in that zone. But I can go in the zone that's pink. It's the same strategy. You know what I'm saying? You're just using the cherry picking at a different level. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. I did this before. So, how many times did you pause yesterday, Howard?
I can't remember, but it wasn't that many.
It don't have to.
Okay, so the
It,
next,
it don't have
so
to. It don't have to be that many because I remember you saying something. I don't know, was it yesterday or Sunday that you let the time ran out, something like that. That's 30 minutes right there. If you let it run out.
the time, no, the time like if an order comes, that time.
Okay, what you mean?
Like you get an order and you say you stand looking at it, instead of just hitting the decline button, you just let that little ticker click off.
Okay, how many times you did that? Yesterday.
One,
mm I don't believe. I don't believe. I believe he did it more than that. But he know what he.
but
I believe he did it more than
that,
that. See, that's another thing. That's another thing you drivers got to pay attention to. Doing a whole lot of that. Also, I'm not saying that you did, but those are the 2 things you need evaluate to make sure that okay, I'm keeping up with this time. I didn't do this is the amount of time that I did this in, so I can account for that. How long did you have to wait at traffic lights and all of that? That is included too. People
that
think it
might
people think it
that
isn't, but it is.
might be the problem because this I think this right here might be okay. Then I had one set the three orders. I started at 4:52 to 6:09, but active time was 43 minutes. Dash time was an hour and 17 minutes.
Okay. And then it could be also something wrong with the system on your end as well. Because they do individual updates, ladies and gentlemen, whether you realize it or not. They do a statewide, they do nationwide, they do a regional update, and then they do individual updates. You know, uh, Start paying attention to that stuff. You're gonna realize you're gonna be like, man, he do know what he talking about. That's the reason why you need to interact with different drivers, and you'll find out a whole lot of information that you wouldn't find out not communicating with other drivers. They can probably tell you something. You be like, man, I didn't know that was going on. And then you guys can talk about your problems, and then you can relate to your experiences. And as you compare what is different with what's happening with you and what's happening with the other driver, you see, you're not getting in their business trying to find out how much money they're making. You just want to share the delivery experiences that you have, and to where there are hiccups that we go through throughout the day as we do our ride-alongs, when we picking up in order and when we're dropping off in order. So there's nothing wrong with communicating with one another. You know, everybody not gonna be friendly though. So you'll know which ones to talk to and which ones not to talk to. You know, just like I was talking to one of the drivers inside McDonald's, and he didn't want to act too friendly, so I knew not to take the conversation further than that. He knew I was on the camera. He knew he was being recorded, so he was more defensive. You see what I'm saying? So I already knew about a few questions I asked that he wasn't a top dasher, that he was a non-top dasher. And you can tell when people making pretty good money, they're gonna be like, I do all right. And their face gonna show that they doing pretty good. You can tell the ones that's not doing too good, they face all bent up, you know. Well, maybe the man thought you was getting in his business. No, I wasn't getting on his business. I know the difference in a person think you getting in their business. They're gonna tell you real quick, it's none of your business. You feel what I'm saying? Now a person that's sitting up to the saying, well, man, I ain't really making that much money, man. You know, their face look a certain kind of way. What defines the character of a human being? Behavior, personality, and attitude. What defines the character of a human being? Doesn't matter if you're white or black. Doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. The human nature and the human being. What defines that character is your behavior, personality, and attitude. And those thoughts come from your heart. So what's within you is going to come out of you. Remember that. So, yeah. So, that's that on that. So we moving around, man. I don't know about this morning thing. I know I'm at the probably going to a total different area. I know what I'm getting ready to do. Turn my grub hub on. Turn my grub hub on. Oh, okay. 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 I just reviewed something. Okay. There we go. We're gonna find out some things. All right. All right. All right. We have to learn how to comprehend and read what we're looking at on our DoorDash app. So you have to be able to identify what you're analyzing on the data that is being provided to you. So okay, 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 okay. See something. Go ahead.
So I got a question for you then.
Mm-hmm.
So, 'cause I did.
I'm listening.
I did 28 deliveries yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So would that be about right? Then, because I get 28 deliveries.
Yeah, but there's a lot of factors that factor in that we don't even know that exists in that idle time between our active time and our dash time. The small little things, 3 minutes here, 2 minutes there, it adds up. You know, if it was 3 minutes of extra time we wasting and not realizing that we wasting, 28 times 3 would be what? Times 3 minutes. What would that be? That probably would be a little over an hour. And then you got other factors that plays a factor too, different scenarios and all of that we haven't even considered. We just trying to make our money. We don't look at all the factors, until after you done been doing this thing for a while. You just really trying to get your money, But when you trying to maximize your earnings and make a profit, you're going to be looking at things a whole lot different. See, a lot of drivers, they just look at this as a side hustle. That's what's been put out there, and that's just the mindset of everyone. This is just a side hustle. This ain't no real job. It's just a gig. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. That's how people look at the thing, man. So they're not gonna have a mindset of I'm running a business. So they're not gonna look at it that way. They're just looking at getting quick, fast cash. I'm gonna dash for that cash. So they're not gonna have that mindset. But those that's out here that's This is how they make their living. They're gonna keep up with their books. They're gonna keep up with their expense. They're gonna keep up with their budget. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be looking at stuff totally different than a person that look at this just as a side hustle. You see, so they're not gonna look at all the factors. They're gonna say that we're doing too much, you know, and all of that. They probably the ones don't even file for their taxes. See what I'm saying? But those that's filing for their taxes, they paying attention to everything because they want all of their money. If you know what I mean. So that's the difference in the mindset of drivers out here. You know, they're not going to be valuing the customer more so than the dollar. You see, they're going to value that dollar bill more than the customer, not understanding that the ratings maximize that dollar bill. You know, I'm in an area that I already know it ain't popping. You know, I know I'm finna move around. That's the reason why I don't be out here like this here. It's people that make money over here. It's just I'm not one of them in the morning time. But I'm trying it anyway. What do you mean what time I got here? I got here 6:30. I just now getting on this end. I was working another zone. You know, I always work the nearest area before I go to a certain area. I work the nearest one. See, I make a little money there, then I bounce to the other zone. I make a little money there, then I move on. Yeah.
You're already late then.
No, I'm not late. I'm just making money. It's just the fact is, you got to know how to make your money when there's drivers whose ratings are better than yours. You know, so when everybody gravitate to a certain area, they had a $2 peak pay this morning, you know, and everything. And them peak pays will dry up a zone real quick. That's what I pay attention to. Which zones are dried up and which zones are need drivers. And I usually hit them areas first. That's why I was letting you know. I was going in the areas that I know wasn't dried up first. You see. That's what I'm trying to check.
Have you ever looked at when you look at your earnings and the two versus DoorDash pay? And you notice when they put that peak pay out there, your tip don't look as promising. Because, you know, that just have DoorDash side out.
That's what I'm getting at when I'm talking about peak pay. You know, they're trying to fulfill them low ball offers, man. And then if it's long distance, they're going to skim off the base pay. Anywhere between 75 cents to $1.75. Drivers start paying attention to that. When you take orders that's, I would say 7 miles and further, a lot of drivers, I'm not taking that. Yeah, you probably, some drivers will take that 7 miles for $20. You know what I'm saying? And they're not paying attention to the base pay and the peak pay. Feel what I'm saying? See, what done happen is, go ahead.
Well, I took an order like last night. Eight miles for $8.25. Them 8 miles seem like it took a long time to get to that destination. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, is it that far? Because I didn't realize it was that far. I mean, that was a distance. I'm like, wow. It wasn't even, you know, when I looked at it, it wasn't even worth the money. When I cashed it out, it wasn't even worth the money because let's see if I can pull it back. Because I looked at it, I'm like, really? Oh, I'm going to pull it up. So, it's one of these restaurants that people don't like going to. Alright, so the base pay at the time, the base pay was $3.25. The peak pay was $1. Now keep in mind, and the custom tip $4. Keep in mind now, I went 8 miles. That base pay should be more than $3.25.
Supposed to be $4.75 according to DoorDash. $4.75 when they changed the base pay according to them. See what I'm saying? What was your base pay? $3, right?
$3.25.
What was the peak pay?
$1.
Bingo. There it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. There my proof is. They trimmed off $1.75 off the base pay from the restaurant to the drop off. You know, we're not talking about the total going to the restaurant, picking it up, then dropping off. We talked about at least 7 miles from the restaurant to the drop off. Pay attention to that as well, ladies and gentlemen. I got me a hit. I was getting ready to leave. Like he said, I'm over here too late. Well, the tablet don't usually get turned on around about 6:15, 6:30 here. I wasn't too late. I was in other areas where I know it was oversaturated at over here, so I was making money somewhere else. You see what I'm saying?
It get turned on. It get turned on at 6:30.
See, 6:30. So I'm over here, and it's only 7:34. That's just an hour later. But see, I made money on my way here.
Yeah, you gonna and then like yesterday, it turned on 6:30. My first order was at 6:51.
Okay. Okay. Go ahead and explain that experience with them about they turn the tablet on to that in your first order. While I go in here and pick this order up real quick. She looked at me like I was finna hit the vehicle. I wasn't finna hit the vehicle. Yeah.
Well, like I tell now, what I experienced, I actually DoorDash my own food. So if you actually DoorDash your own food, you can look in a certain area and see what time these restaurants actually open. That's how I knew that they were turning the tablet on at 6:30. Versus me popping up at 6 o'clock, thinking I'm gonna get an order, but then even though the restaurant open at 6, you gotta know what time they actually turn the tablet on. Because they open, they may be serving the walk-in customers. Versus
he's dropping jewels, ladies and gentlemen. You better listen to that.
versus so like for example, if you go to a certain restaurant or restaurants, you shopping in certain areas. If you are a DoorDash, if you have a DoorDash customer account, you can look to see what time these restaurants actually truly open. Let's say hard they get paid. Because I remember coming out at 6 o'clock in the morning, thinking I'm going to get an order. I'm not going to get an order because the tablet ain't on. So, like I tell folks, you know what I'm saying, whatever you're trying to do, when you get out first thing in the morning or later on, if you got a DoorDash account, you can see what time these restaurants open. And if you don't see the restaurant open, it's going to shade. It's going to be like it's faded. It's going to be like it's faded. And it's going to actually tell you, well, this restaurant will open till 11 o'clock. Or this restaurant will open at 12 o'clock. Now, so be mindful of that. And also, you can kind of gauge what time that restaurant closed by actually going on the DoorDash app. If you are a DoorDash customer. So I mean, that's how you can kill your time down. Then you got to look at the days of the week. Where are the busiest days for these restaurants that you're trying to get to? Where are their busiest days? If you know Monday's not a busy day, then you might want to schedule yourself accordingly. If you know Tuesday's not a busy day, you need to schedule your dash accordingly. Otherwise, you're going to be out here, man, I ain't got to order, man. I've been here a whole hour. I mean, why was you out here the whole hour? If you got a DoorDash account, you can go on the app, and it'll tell you what time this restaurant what time that tablet is on. Just because the restaurant might open at 6 o'clock, don't mean that tablet is on. So that's how you can maximize your earnings versus just sitting there. Hey, I ain't got to order 2 hours. Wonder why? Restaurant ain't open yet. Then you also got to know what time they serve lunch. If you're out doing the lunch rush versus the breakfast rush. Because, some restaurants cut off at a certain time. Because they got to switch over. Then you got to know what time certain restaurants close. What time they cut their tablet off. Normally, some restaurants cut their tablet off maybe 30 minutes or an hour before that restaurant get ready to close. And I have experienced that as well. So I go to a certain restaurant trying to figure out why this restaurant's still not open. There's still cars out there. Just because people still in there eating don't mean that tablet's still on. Then you got to be mindful of the change of the season. Certain restaurants open later. Certain restaurants close early. You got to know what type of area that you're in and what time these orders drop. What area that you're in and what time these orders drop. What area that you're in.
All right, I'm back in, ladies and gentlemen. Charles was asking a question about McDonald's. Do McDonald's leave their tablet open on all night? That's a good question. I know it's going to be different in different markets and different in different stores in your city due to the manager's discretion. But that's a good question that is unanswered right now. I will do a review, Charles, in my area. I'm gonna look at several McDonald's, interact with the managers and stuff, and I'm gonna ask that question.
I can kind of answer that question a little bit.
All right, go ahead.
How you can determine it? Like I was saying, that you can have the DoorDash. The DoorDash. If you are a DoorDash customer, you can look at wherever restaurant you close by, whatever just put an address in there, and you can see what time that restaurant, like if you at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, you can go like a McDonald's or something. It'll show you what time they cut it off. Cause I don't order stuff. I'm down 10 o'clock at night, still trying to get me something to eat, and it'll tell you what time that cut off. So that use that DoorDash app as a customer, that you can have great success with that.
I can agree with him on that one. I talked about it on my Thanksgiving video on how to know what restaurants will be open for Thanksgiving, and you can go and still maximize your earnings on Thanksgiving. That was one of my pet peeves technique that I use in order to go to the restaurants that were open on Thanksgiving Day and made money. So that's the reason why we had to use all our resource tools, ladies and gentlemen. Using the customer app is a very resourceful tool on giving you the knowledge to make the right decision to maximize your earnings and make a profit or better your opportunities for maximizing your earnings. It's the lack of knowledge and decision making. So Howard dropped some jewels this morning. So a lot of people probably already know that, but it's some people that didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And once upon a time, we didn't know, and we didn't have anybody to tell us this. So that way, that saves time. Time is money, and other things on how to make the right decision. Now, the decisions that you was making yesterday and that we all make can sometimes have a factor in us having wasted time as well. Made a wrong decision, picking up the wrong order. We thought that it was profitable for us. It made us money, but it took us out of an area where we might have missed 3 orders. What I mean is
Okay.
3 cycles. Go ahead, Howard.
I got a question. Well, I don't have a question. I got an answer for you right here.
Go ahead. Talk to me,
But
brother.
for those that catfish, don't you realize now you sitting at this restaurant for 3 or 4 cycles trying to get this big order? You know that's kind of gives your time, right?
That's right. That is correct. That is correct. I think a lot of them know it. The veteran drivers do. That's the reason why they have their idle time. I'm not going to say idle time, but dash time and active time be 15 hours, maybe 20-hour difference. Because that's what they do. They sit there. That's the reason why a lot of them had to be out here 10 and 12 hours to make $200 and $300 too. See, I'm trying to make my money quick as I can, fast as I can, and go home. I'm not trying to be out here no 10, 12, 14, 16 hours. If that's the case, I might as well go back to a W-2 and get paid overtime, time and a half and stuff like that with the benefits and stuff. So we got to understand when we're making this money that we don't let it brainwash us into imprisoning us. You know what I mean? That we losing time with our life to do other things in life besides this gig work. I thought I would put that out there as well. Because a lot of us done enslaved ourselves because of this thirst for money. And we out here 10, 12, 14, 16 hours. I'm not talking about the ones that need to do it because they need a certain amount of money to take care of certain unforeseen circumstances. Now that's another chapter in a different in the same book or a different book, so to speak. And I looked at a YouTuber last night. I just seen the title, and it talks about the gig econ evangelist. Yeah, Dino, I couldn't even stomach it because you started out on the track and then you ended up off the track. So I'm like, what is he really saying? I don't get what he's saying, But he used to say it like it is, man. I just don't know what's going on with that dude now. There's quite a few things that he talk about now. You got to say, where is he? Where is he getting it? What is he thinking? But we're gonna teach. We're gonna have how-to videos. We're gonna help others. That's what we're gonna do. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna help people. We don't claim to be no guru or none of that, but the information I found out about is because of the case studies of what I have done in this market here. Now we're getting ready to go in different markets, and we're gonna do case studies there. We got a team that's gonna do that. So, when you got negative Nancy's and babbling Bobs, they keep trying to find complaints. Once you begin to find solutions, and they keep complaining and complaining and complaining. It's just people like that in this world. So pretty soon they're gonna make themselves look like they see now and all that other stuff. So we know what we doing. We getting out in them trenches. You see what I'm saying? So we sharing with you real life experience and all of that. You see what I'm saying? That's why we got our live on, so you can see it at real time and live. There's no editing. There's no cutting the video. Nothing. You seeing it happen right then and there as it's going down. And anybody argue about that, then something wrong with them anyway. That's all I got to say. We don't claim we Mr. Know-It-All. We don't claim we know it all. We don't tell you that it's peaches and cream out here. I never told you guys that it's a struggle out here. And all the stuff we talking about, that is the struggle, and that's it. Maybe, his lack of knowledge on how to make more money got him messed up some kind of way, so we've been having how-to videos and vlogs going on, just like gig life and others. It's just a different way I'm coming with mine, and then people going to attack it. That's the way it's going to be. I'm trying to make sure everything. See, that's what I was trying to make sure. So you're going to have them out here, and then he talking all this weird stuff. So, I'm like, wow. He throw politics into religion and all kind of stuff. He kept jumping the trap. They said a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. So that's all I can say about that. People know truth for themselves. People know the truth when they don't want to hear the truth, but they still know the truth. So, that's all it is. We're not going to worry about that. That's all I wanted to say. I didn't want to make a 5-minute session about what he said, so that's that on that. So, yeah, how that things we have to put in the factor and into play, being able to use the resource tools that we have before us. We don't even think our resource tools that will help us maximize our earnings. By having that knowledge, being able to know what restaurants are open, it will save a lot of time. Instead of just waiting there twiddling your thumbs. And like he said about catfishing for orders, you sitting there waiting. That's why I talk about the decline right now movement. We're not talking about the decline now movement. I'm talking about the decline right now movement. Why is you holding that order? When you can get rid of that order, let somebody else have it. All right, I got to turn. That's it right there on the corner here. I'm going to park over there where it's safe, and I can park on the street. All right.
So out of 28 orders, I think I had three bad orders, three lowball offers.
And I'm gonna ask you a question when I get back. So go ahead and elaborate on that while I drop this order off.
So I think it was pretty good. Out of 28 orders, I had three orders. One was a 275 and a 375, and then I had another 375, but it was going 1 mile. And so I think I did. If I could have got rid of, if I would have, so that would have been like 3 declines I would have to do, but it worked to my benefit.
All right, you're right.
Because when I got to the restaurant, when I got there, have you noticed when you get a low offer or non-tipping offer? Have you noticed most of the time, 95% of the time, it's always ready. So, as long as it was ready, I was good. Now, when you get them low ball offers that is not ready, then that's when you have problems. I try not to decline too many in one day because of the simple fact that if you decline too many in one day, your ratings will get affected. And if you accept a lot of the low ball offers, 9 times out of 10, if you got a certain amount of money that you're trying to make, they're not going to make it. Trust me, I went through that as well. Where I was accepting those offers, and now I started to look at my gas mileage. How many times do I want to fill up? The goal is, if you fill your tank up, you want to get your money less than half a tank.
All right.
That's fill your tank up all the way. Not just putting some in there. I mean, actually filling it up. The goal is burn less than a half a tank of gas. And you can do that. But you can't do it on all them low-ball offers.
In some cities, you can't do it because certain areas and towns, it's more spread out than others. So that might not work for everyone. Just like what I'm getting ready to say might not work for everyone. Half a tank of gas, you ought to at least make $100 and $150 for on a half a tank of gas. Some drivers can do more. We talking about being realistic. Goal for the beginners and everything. Now, that don't mean that you're going to drive out a whole tank of gas a day. Some people may take 2 days to do it or 3 days to do it, depending on your market. You see, so a half a tank of gas, $100 to $150. For those that are beginners. Like I said, some may be able to do more. It may depend on what type of vehicle you got. You may have one that's got better gas mileage than someone got a gas guzzle. See, all of those scenarios come into play. So it's
called decision making. Make good decisions.
That too. That's always imperative. That is always imperative. And a lack of knowledge, trying to educate yourself. If it's just you trying to get the knowledge you need, the more knowledge you get, the better you can make better decisions too. So those things are. Go ahead.
Like my experience,
Mm-hmm.
I learned. Like on my car, it tell me how many miles to eat. So you gotta figure. Can you take a 8? If your tank's fill it up and you get 400 miles. For example, okay, you get an order for 8 miles. That's 8 miles from the rest, wherever your location, to the customer's house. That's including picking up the order. So then you gotta figure that's another 8 miles back to wherever if you're trying to go back to that certain area or restaurant. So you're looking at 16 miles. That's 16 miles.
Both
You
y'all
start
coming up in here.
You start subtracting from that. Guess what? That's 384 miles left. How many orders are you trying to take?
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I just got everybody trying to hit the small pot at the same time. That's what I mean about oversaturation in certain areas. Everybody trying to hit the same direction at the same time. Go ahead, Al.
So, I mean, you got to be mindful on how much gas, how much it costs, how much if you got a car, a new model car, they actually tell you how many miles to eat. You got to figure how many trips can you actually take of 8 miles plus, and still be able to maintain your gas.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm out here for 10 hours. I did 28 orders. I have a tank of gas. And I did 28 orders yesterday.
Okay. Now I got a question to ask you. You did 28 orders yesterday. Did you do your dollar by the order or by the hour? How you made your money?
I do mine by the hour.
Okay.
So when it came down to that, like for example, if you're trying to make a X amount, for example, you took $20 an hour.
Okay. How
long if you take 3 low ball offers of $275 3 times how long is it gonna take you to get that $20 an hour?
Not gonna be able
And
to
how
get
many and how many miles are you gonna actually drive when you're looking at your gas hand?
it. Not gonna be able to get it in our market. I'm talking about our market. Not gonna be able to get it in our market. It's not gonna make you any good common sense. They're not gonna get it. You know, in our market. You know, the thing is, I think it's been used too loosely is the 275 and 375. A lot of drivers not gonna take them offers unless they be stacked, unless it's profitable for them that it take them in an area. We're not talking about the long distance 275 and 375. We're talking about shorter distance. You know, that's another chapter in the book when we're talking about the reverse order. You know, where the miles double your pay. We don't want to do them kind of orders. Would nobody do them orders, man, unless they know that's an area they can go to and they know that the zone is popping and where they can make real good money over there. That's the only reason you would probably take a reverse order like that. But
Okay, well I got a question for you, Ram.
mm-hmm,
So if I done messed up the whole time month.
mm-hmm,
Now you got a 70% to be a top dasher
right,
for the next month.
right.
I done messed up the whole month. I know I got it. I'm maybe at 50, maybe I'll say about 30%.
Mm-hmm,
Because I've been pitching all month.
mm-hmm,
I'm down 1170.
mm-hmm.
I get an order 10 miles for 275.
Mm-hmm.
Would you take that on? You're trying to get the city down, and you got 4 days left in the month.
Okay, you wait until the last week to try to bring that percentage up, which is hell week. I'm gonna answer that question right now. The first answer I'm gonna answer it two ways. First and foremost, I wouldn't wait to hell week to try to improve my acceptance rating anyway. That's working too hard. You double working yourself. You know, you can cherry pick and keep your ratings up and still be able to maintain your ratings where you still be a top dasher, for one. Number two, if I'm stuck at a level to where I once was and I was at that 30% and I was trying to take all the orders to get there, you know, then I'm taking every order, and I don't recommend every driver to do that technique. Drivers ought to know not to do that technique now. Take every order. 100 orders, you're gonna have 70% of them orders lowball offers and bad orders. You feel what I'm saying? So you're putting yourself in harm's way where you're gonna make less money. I know. I made that less money in September last year. So I know what I'm
But
talking about. Go ahead, Hal.
real. But here's the thing though, real. I've been making the whole month. I've been making anywhere from $1,500 a week. Cause I don't pitch everything, but I'm trying to get top dasher again. I done made $1,500 every week, but I don't pitch everything.
Mm-hmm.
So now what?
You're not gonna probably make no more than $300 or $400 that particular week because you gotta take a cut in your pay because you done made the bad decision to decline too many orders. So yeah, that's a good topic right there. I agree with you on that one. That's a good topic. That's why I don't do that stuff. That's the reason why I keep my numbers up. I cherry pick. I got my range of where I'm not gonna go too far low, except for a couple of weeks ago, I got put in 6 to 8%, and we're gonna show that in a few minutes. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. I'm glad he brought that up. We're gonna show you that in a few minutes, and hold on.
But that 68%, did you make? How much money did you make?
You talking about doing that week?
Yeah. Yeah.
My pay was a lot less, brother. I'm not gonna put my total out there, but my pay was a lot less that week. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't that I was
So,
it wasn't that I was declining everything. I was forced into declining stuff because stuff was being pitched to me and people knew where I was when they unleashed them avalanches of low ball offers. So I know from here on out not to be around a certain area, around a certain time, do the hell week. That week out of this month was the worst week in this month. That's the answer he was looking for.
see what people when we're trying to get you to realize, okay, you pitching all these orders. You're not gonna be top dasher. It's gonna take too much to get there. And you're gonna suffer somewhere because you don't pitch all them orders.
Depending on what market you in, depending on what market and what city you in. Here, you're gonna have some trouble because everybody gonna be gravitating to that certain area, and you're gonna be forced to take longer miles for less money until you learn how to go in these other zones and find out where to go and how to get your money.
Well, like I tell people, I mean,
Let me go get this
for
order
the
while
people
he's talking
that
to you.
for the people that actually multi-app, when you get in a situation like Rev was in, you get up the platform. Once you get hit once, twice in that same area, it's time to either try to get out of there as quick as possible by any of the or get on the app where you won't get hit like that. See, people gotta, because he's some evil people out here when it comes to stuff like that. They don't want to see you. They don't want to see you succeed on anything you do. And what I discovered, Mr. Fred Hammond used to talk. I listened to Fred Hammond. No weapon should form against you shall prosper. So that's why you try to treat everybody right. You're gonna have evil people. They still gonna treat you any kind of way or try to discourage you on making your money. But what you do, you just don't be around those type of people. Because, like I said, you might hit me once, might hit me twice, but you hit me that second time, I'm gonna make sure I'm nowhere near in that area where you can hit me for the third and fourth time. It's like a boxer. How many times you gonna let that boxer keep punching you in the face? You don't want to get TK'd. So just be aware of your surroundings. Like I always try to examine an area when I go into an area. I try to see who all around. If not, you got people know dashers and people know non-dashers. So just be aware of your surroundings. Because like I said, just because people drive Mercedes Benz don't mean they're not dashing. People drive Lexus, they're not dashing. So you always got to be, and then you got people. I don't see people with in suits. You think they are going on a job, as in working in an office or something? They out here dashing. So just keep in mind of your surroundings when it comes to that way. You won't be in hell week, as they call it, struggling trying to get those numbers back up. So you have your plus and minuses. If you're not worried about it, continue what you're doing. But I'm gonna make sure that I'm gonna try. I'm gonna promise you that you're not gonna tell me a lie. when it comes to that. When it comes to that.
And what happened there? Sound like somebody was tearing up everything. Um, my situation. When those orders was unleashed, what happened was drivers, two phone accounts, holding orders. They hold them orders until it turned blood red in this area. All right. This was a slick technique. Four drivers, two phones, two DoorDash accounts. Really made it look like it was eight drivers there when it was only four. And they unleashed all the orders at once. Presto. Okay, once I was declining, I had to decline one behind another, but not behind. I didn't have time to do nothing because they was coming just like that there until the last one hit me. And I was able to decline it. I ended my dash, but I got flooded out with eight orders in a row. So I drove over here to find out who it was. I found out who it was. So they got them orders. After they got them orders, less than 10 minutes, they dried up that restaurant. They dried it up that fast. That was the technique they used. I don't know what was all of them working as a team. It could have been intentional. It could have been unintentional. But it happened at the same time. See, so that's how my points went down fast that week. So I showed you on the live how I was struggling and everything, making this money. Let me get ready and drop this order off. So I don't know what else how it said because I had to turn the stuff down in there because I was trying to listen to him because I know how he can get sometimes. You know, we get emotional about some things, you know, and we feel a certain kind of way and we express ourselves. But I'll hear it later though. But yeah, but you know, them are drivers right there that really don't know how to maximize their earnings. They might know how to make money. There's a difference in making money than maximizing your earnings and making a profit. There's a difference. There's a difference. So, you know, if you're just out here making your money, you might be losing more money than you're making. That's what we're trying to help get drivers to understand. Cause a lot of us is losing money. We're making money, but we're losing more money than we're making. I will be doing episodes on it, proving it. I will even do my own life experience and prove it. You know what I'm saying? So let me go and get on down here. And you made it there yet, Howard?
Now they got a little bit more.
You must be intending to get started at lunchtime.
No, I'm just starting at breakfast.
Heard that.
At the end of breakfast.
Yeah.
I'm on back to breakfast.
Oh, okay. So we probably go back live a little later on too, so we can be able to link up with you and another driver, depending on how his experience going and everything, you know. And we're gonna try to.
Don't put it like that. It wasn't good last night. Well, jokes. But we'll talk offline on that.
I understand, bro. I understand. I understand. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. You know, so yeah, we out here this morning doing our thing. We're gonna get our schedule back on a regular schedule.
But it's cloudy. Well, the sun like it's trying to come out down here.
Okay.
So we're gonna see how it's gonna work.
You talked to Mr. Charlie this morning?
He's not out today.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's something that yesterday.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let me see what else been said in the comments section. I don't see anything. Due to as long as your phone is one the dash. He probably was talking. I like that title. I appreciate it, Carbon. Yeah, man. It took some time You know, a lot of people was trying to get me to hurry up and make a title. I just said, well, we're just gonna do the DoorDash Revolution live morning show for right now until I came up with a good one. We taking it to the streets, which means we telling you what's going on out here in these streets as we dash. You're looking at real dashers. I'm not saying the rest of them aren't. You're looking at real dashers. We're not just showing ching the money, you know, and people are trying to make that money. They might not be able to make that money in their market. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because these areas, if you notice, those ride-alongs, it seems like them drivers is the only one in them areas. There's a reason behind that. They done found a sweet spot that other drivers don't know about. It's why they making that money the way they making it. Now you're over here in a saturated market, or your market not like theirs, and you trying to make that astronomical number that isn't real for your market. So in a way, you're being misled, thinking you can make that money, but you didn't know how they made theirs. I'm just keeping it real. Just keeping it real. You see, so I can go in an area, one of the worst areas for them lowball offers, and show you a lowball offers all day long, talk about how crappy it is. That because I cherry picked that content to do that. You got that going on as well, ladies and gentlemen. This way, doing it live and doing it real with a real live experience, seeing these things happening as they go down. I can't edit that. Isn't that right? I think that our viewers, we should value our viewers to give them the realism of what's going on out here and keeping it real so they can see it at real time. That's the direction we went in. We're not knocking anybody. We're just keeping it like this here because we looked at others, you know, and everything and said, man, there's a lot of missing things going on between the beginning of the day to the end of the day. There's a whole lot of stuff that goes on that don't be shown. So we wanted to show those things on our show because we value our customers, we value our clients, and we value our subscribers, and we value our viewers. And we feel like that we need to give that recognition to them and value to them. So we're gonna keep doing these lives just like this here, ladies and gentlemen. And more people are gonna start saying this is what we want to see. They talking about problems we can relate to. They going in different markets, addressing situations in a different kind of way, and we can get value from it because we can relate to it. That's all we talk about, ladies and gentlemen. We're not the Mr. Know-it-all of the gig community. You know, we're just sharing our experience and perspective, and we want you to also share it with us. You can type it in the live chat as you do a ride along with us, or you can come on a conference call with us as well, or you can be on this panel here because I got room for one to come on. Then you do your little 10 or 15 minutes, then another one can come tap in and all of that, and I can have you on the panel as well. And we do this ride along as a team in America, you know. So that's the point we looking at. That's the vision that was given to me, and that's the direction we going in. You know, we're not going to ready to be on this live too much longer. Let me see, do we have any more questions being asked? Anything did I miss? I apologize once again to Tasha Green. She came on one of the lives. I didn't get a chance to see her and acknowledge her, and Ghost as well. So I wanted to acknowledge that they were that we did know that you was on, and we appreciate you being on here. You know, communicating in our live chat and being able to do a ride along with us, go on this journey as you maximize your earnings and make a profit, making better decisions for better opportunities to make more money. How you have any final last words you want to share with the audience and viewers for today?
Just be safe. Uh, be mindful of your surroundings, as I will be in this different market, and make your money the honest way.
All right, appreciate you for that. I thought you might have would have said had something else to say, but I think he had just finished. And ladies and gentlemen, we may be able to do the next live in the next hour, a couple of hours from now, where Howard, once he's in Jackson, or I'll wait till once he get his flow going, and we might do it during the lunch rush. I don't know. That's between me and him how we're gonna set that thing up. So we'll see you in the next video. peace, take care, and I hope you got some value out of this one.